Okay, y'all, I made it back. I said I didn't know, but we're still washing my hair. So I did make it back. I'm going to read the air signs for April tonight as well. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. I'll be starting with Gemini. Going to be pulling general overall oracle for the month, and I'll also be pulling some cards for career and finance, as well as love and relationships. Okay, so let's get into it. I'm gonna shuffle these cards because I didn't clear them from the fire signs before I went to go wash my hair. So let's get that underway. Get some insight into what's going on for the air signs for the month of April. And this first part is going to be for Gemini, sun, moon, and rising. Okay, guys? Oh, you know what? Let me write that down so when y'all pop in, you can see that. There we go. Got Gemini. Okay, cleared that one. Let's clear this one. As I said, I didn't clear from the fire signs. No, I'm sorry. What did I just do? Earth signs. I didn't clear from the fire or the earth signs. So let's clear that energy out here since I have taken a little bit of a break. And as I shuffle, we're going to get into what's popping for April 2023 reading for the air signs today, starting off with Gemini, sun, Gemini moon, and Gemini rising. So let's see what is in store for people with those Gemini placements for the upcoming month. Cut the deck real quick. Round and round. So let's get into this really quick, Gemini. What I am getting for you, let me see if I can get some better lighting here for you guys. Is that better? It's a little better. What I am getting here for you guys is that some of you might be stuck in some sort of cycle. Like, I feel like, and I'm also getting that's a cycle that you've been continuously going literally round and round and round and round and round in. If we look at the numerology on this card, let's get a little bit closer. It is 25, which breaks down to 7, which is the number of truth. So what I get for you guys is that during the month of April, you're going to kind of have your eyes open to you. You're going to start having epiphanies and realizations and aha moments like, okay, I don't need to be doing this anymore. I need to figure out how to break these cycles that I keep finding myself in. I need to figure out how to stop myself from continuing to do the things that I know are not beneficial to me or to my growth, okay? Citrus, no. Why do you do this? Why? Every time I say you don't want to mess with me until I start reading. Bye, Citrus. You're going to start coming into these spaces where you're really starting to realize like, yeah, I see that I keep taking these same steps and they keep putting me back into these same situations. You know, that old saying, the definition of insanity is continuing to do the same thing over and over and over again and expecting the same results or expecting different results. So you kind of realize in this month, oh, I've been kind of moving in an insane way. Like I've been doing the same thing over and over and over and over again, and it's not bringing me anything different. So why do I keep doing it? Okay. And I feel like that's a very short message for the overall general energy. I want to get into love. I'm sorry, not love. We'll save love for last. I want to get into finances and career. Citrus, here. Very quickly, say hi to the people because you're just being nosy. You are literally just being nosy. All right. Now that you've satisfied your curiosity, I need you to go find some business to mind, cat. I'm going to get into finances and career for Gemini sun, Gemini moon, and Gemini rising for the month of April 2023. What are those finances looking like? What's happening on the career front for you guys? What can you expect? What energies are coming in? Citrus, you need to get down. Temperance fell out. Okay, well, I guess I'm pulling 3 cards for y'all because y'all had 2 fly out. Oh, maybe I should have only pulled. Maybe I should have only pulled 1. All right. Temperance flew out, the 7 of Cups, and the Tower. And this is coming up in your career and finances sector. So I'll be honest, I'm not really getting funny business in the workplace, but to read to these cards, and maybe this resonates with somebody. With the Temperance card and the 7 of Cups there, it tells me that some of you might be, doing work here and there, just doing continuous work, continuing to pour into the spaces that you're working in, but not necessarily receiving all the benefits that you're supposed to receive. And something may happen, something may come up, something may come out that kind of opens your eyes to that. But what I really get with these cards, it's more so on a financial front. And I get that your finances may be mixed in or connected to other people in some sort of way. Like you may have like shared accounts, or you might like, something simple like, you might share a phone line with, I don't know, your family members or like an old ex or something, which is something I never understood. But that's just me. I'm not knocking y'all, but like, listen, once you get called an ex, you need to be erased, is how I feel. We ain't sharing no phone line. But your finances might be mixed in with somebody or somebody else's something, or especially if you're like in a partnership or relationship, you might be, contributing to the relationship, and maybe your partner has other sources of income that they're not telling you about. Or something, or they might be taking the money that's supposed to go toward the household and spending it on something they're not supposed to be spending it on. But you do have the Tower card here, which says that something major, something wild may be happening that's going to bring all of this to light, and it's really going to shake things up. Can I get some more insight on that? Okay, Gemini. So whatever happens here is definitely going to put you in a position to where you're feeling like, all right, it's time for me to get out of Dodge, got to let that go. Especially if we're speaking to these cycles, this may be something that you've already experienced, just on a much, much wider scale. So keep your eyes peeled for that. I more so get something funny with your money, or something funny going on that will eventually in turn affect your money. But whatever it is, it's going to make you feel like you want to get out of the situation, like you are not going to want those connections anymore. Okay. Anything else for that? That Tower card is Tower card is intense. You've got the Hierophant here. So you may need to reach out to people regarding the situation. Like this may not be one that you can come to on your own. Like you guys are air signs, but, and you do have all that intellectual energy, but this might be one where you need to take some advice into consideration, more so from a mentor type figure, somebody who has their head square on their shoulders, somebody who has a good grip on life and has a very logical mind is what I would suggest for you. Okay. All right. We're going to leave that there. Let's get into love for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Going to pull a couple of general cards, and then I'll pull cards for relationship or people in relationships or partnerships. And then I'll pull a card for single people. So what is going up or going down either way for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising for April 2023. Overall, in love, general, both singles and people in relationships. Okay. You've got the 4 of Wands, the 7 of Swords, and the King of Wands, okay? Which gives a little bit of a jumble message, but I'm going to read through it as best as I can for you guys. So the 4 of Wands is typically a card of things like coming together. Usually when read, it's like a card of celebration and things of that sort, but I pulled it next to the 7 of Swords. So what I actually get with that is that you may be putting two and two together in certain situations in your relationship, and things are starting to, like, you're getting pieces of the puzzle. They're starting to come together, and you might discover a secret that's being had or being kept from you. You've got the King of Wands here. So what I will say is, Gemini, if you are involved with a fire sign or somebody who has strong fire sign placement, sun, moon, or rising, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, it is very, very highly likely that there's some sort of secret that they're keeping from you, and you're going to figure it out this month. Okay. Anything else that I can get for that for people in relationships? The Chariot. This one is this, if you need a love reading, book one with me. My books will open back up for personal readings on April 2nd. But this one does give a message that whatever comes out by way of whatever this situation is with that Seven of Swords, it might put you in a space where you kind of have to rock solo dolo. Maybe not kind of, like you might actually decide to be done. King of Swords, cut it out. You might actually decide to be done with this relationship and cut it off for good. And especially because you have the round and round card, this is maybe something that has happened before. But again, I get that it might be on a little bit more of a grand, like it might be a little bit bigger this time, whatever that may mean. But you got the King of Swords, which is the ultimate cut it out card as far as these cycles go, and you know, with the secrets. And the King of Swords is also somebody who has full clarity on the situation, but plays his cards very, very, very close. He's not one to speak. He's mental. He observes things. So you're kind of sitting pretty during this month while you're figuring everything out, again, with that Four of Wands and the Seven of Swords coming together, all those points coming together, all those puzzle pieces coming together. And by the time you figure whatever it is out, I think you're going to be over it. But again, you do have those messages. Okay. Again, if you need a love reading, book one with me. I do have relationship readings. All right, let's pull a couple of cards for single Gemini, sun, moon, and rising people. What is the love life, the love energies looking like for this month for y'all? Okay. You got the, I meant to pull two, but this came out with the World. You got the Five of Swords, you got the World, and you got the Six of Pentacles. So singles, this is a very specific set of cards here, okay? Whoever's on your roster, you need to cycle them out. You might need to cycle all your players on the team out, even your bench riders. Like, you might need a whole new list of hoes, just keeping it very, very, very real. Like, whatever you got going on is not working for you. I get the sense that they cause you mental turmoil. Like, I feel like the people or your options that you deal with, or for whatever reason, they always stress you out. Always stressing you out. And it could be the simplest thing, or it could be very big things. But for whatever reason, I'm feeling very annoyed. So I'm reading this card. Like, I get that they stress you out and they annoy you, but for whatever reason, you keep them around. We know what the reason is. But you can go find that reason, and other people cycle that roster out. Like, it's time for you to get a hold. Like, it's time for new tryouts. Like, you need a new draft. You also have the World card here. So what it does tell me is that you got kind of stagnant energy on your team. And that might be a reason why you're always so annoyed with them. You know, when you're no longer in alignment with the people and the things and the energies or the spaces that you're in, you definitely end up either feeling annoyed, or things start to go left, or things start to, you know, move. People start to move funny. You almost might even start feeling disgusted with your relationship or the person that you're dealing with. So if that is you, especially with everybody on your team, it is time for you to cut them out. This is the sword, the swords suit, which is the air suit, which is literally the cut it on out suit. Citrus is laying on a tote bag. When you do that, you're going to be able to come into new cycles. When you clear out old, dense, stagnant energy that you no longer need to hold on to, you make way for things to come in. You have a good card on the other side of cycling out your old roster. You have the Six of Pentacles card. So you can find something that you can build with. And I think this one is kind of funny, because if you look at the if you look at the imagery, It's not you can build with one person. Like, I literally mean cycle out your roster. I'm not telling you that you have to be a one person. Like, you actually just need to, like, that's old news. You're dealing with old news over there. You need to get rid of the old news and see what's popping. Like, what's the new headlines? What are the new headlines? And there's two people on this card. This person is pouring into the two people. So you can still live your best life. You just need to live your best life with some new individuals, okay? It can still be fun and dandy. It's just not going to be fun and dandy with the people that you're dealing with now. And that's all I got for you, Gemini. If you enjoyed that video, do me a favor, like this video for me, and follow me as well so you can keep up with the new readings that I put up. And I am going to put these cards back in, and we're going to get into who's next, Libra. So give me a moment while I shuffle and clear the deck from the Gemini energy. My stomach is starting to growl. I need to eat. Still in wash day. We're on like the second to last step, but oh y'all, it's dragging. But I think that's why I subconsciously, unconsciously decided that I was going to do these readings today, because I was like, I need to break up doing my hair, washing my hair. So I have been washing my hair, doing my wash day steps in increments in between doing these lives for April. And you know, I thought it would make it go faster, but like, it's literally like the same amount of time. Like, it is just inevitable. Wash day, there's no way you can make it short. Like, there's literally no way. It's just always going to be long for no reason. Okay, let's shuffle and clear the deck of the Gemini energies and get into Libra. There we go. Janice, are Michael and I over for good? Janice, if you would like a love reading, you can book with me through the link on my page. Hey, Everyberry1, thank you for following. I do not have on my glasses, so this is, bear with me. Path of Titan, what's up? Thanks for popping in. We are now getting into Libra for April 2023. If you missed Gemini, you can watch this video on my YouTube tomorrow, SunshinehazeCo. If you are a fire sign or an earth sign or a water sign, you will have a separate video, which will also be on my YouTube channel after I broadcast and download and re-upload them, all the things. All right, let's get into what's popping for April for Libra. Oop. Okay, well, I guess I'm done shuffling for Libra. I know you guys could hear me shuffling off screen. You got Breathe and Treasure Island. I like those cards for you guys. Right off bat, I see master number energy. There's a 29 there. That breaks down to 11. That's enlightenment and healing. And you've also, it comes with breathe. So whatever you've been going through, I feel like you get a little bit of a sense of relief during this month. Like, your heart's not going to feel as heavy as it's been healing. You're not going to feel like you've been as strained as you've been. You're not going to feel like there's so much to do. You are going to feel like a big weight has been lifted off of your shoulders. You got Treasure Island here. So I feel like solutions are coming in for you this month, Libra. And I don't know what those are. For some of you, I feel like that has to do with health. Like, you may have been having some health issues, whatever that may be, or may have been struggling like with your diet or with your fitness plans. But whatever's going up in April, you're going to find a way to either find consistency or to find, some treatments, or to find, some sort of way, some sort of healing to move you through whatever it is that you're moving through and to help you get that worked out. I also get that whatever stress you've been dealing with is going to start to feel like it is dissipating. Again, I'm getting big solutions energy. You have a 9 with Treasure Island. So that tells me that certain cycles are coming to a close. Like certain things that were just strenuous and rough and tough and dirty, you're not necessarily going to be dealing with anymore during this month. And that's really all I got for the general overall energy, general overall message for the month of April for Libra. So let's just get straight into career and finances for April 2023 for Libra Sun, Libra Moon, and Libra Rising. What is the money looking like? What is the job or the career space or the business looking like? What do y'all got for me? So what's the funds looking like for Libra? Libra Sun, Moon, and Rising for April 2023. Ooh, Ace of Cups. 6 of Swords. Ooh. Okay, Libra. What I tell y'all? Solutions. Ace of Cups, 6 of Swords, 10 of Pentacles. Whatever you're doing during this month, whatever you were doing, you might not be doing that anymore as we come into this new space. It seems like you may be, and this is interesting because Libra, I feel like you recently came into a new space, but I get that you were actually getting ready to step out of that and move into another new space that is more fitting for you. That is more in alignment with your spirit. I get that. This is interesting. I get that the space you were in, you had a lot of love poured into you and it did what it needed to do for the time being, but it is time for you to, your cup runneth over in that space. It's time for you to dive into something else. You got the 6 of Swords here, which tells me like, okay, you've done your time there. You're going to embark upon another journey now. And that's really all I get with that. I'm sorry. That's really all I get with those 2 cards. I was looking at the pictures here and it's like, well, you got a couple of people with you, but you're leaving something behind, but you are taking a couple people with you. So I don't know if that means like from the space that you were just previously in, you're taking some new people with you into this new space, or if you are just coming into a new space altogether, but you are definitely coming into a new space. You do have the 10 of Pentacles on the other side of that. So whatever you were going into is going to be abundant. It's going to be successful. It's going to be lucrative. And because we're talking about finances and career, whatever you're getting ready to do is actually something that you but this is the Ace of Cups. This is like the winner card when it comes to passion projects and the things that you love, doing what you want and love for a living. Yeah, and this is interesting. For some of you Libras, I get that you may have worked in some sort of field that like made no sense for you, but it worked for you for the time being. And you are almost done with that. If you're not already done with that, you're able to walk away from it and you're going to actually come into more opportunities that are a lot better for you and a lot more aligned with what you are actually, or things that you actually enjoy. Make my sentences better. Okay. And that's all I got for career and finance. I like that. That was good. Let's get on into love because I know this is what you guys are looking for. So what does April have in store for Libra Sun, Libra Moon, and Libra Rising for love? That's chaotic. I'm not reading all them cards. I was like half of my deck. I'll read the ones that are flipped up, y'all. That's crazy. I hate when that happens. And you know what? It's always air signs. Forgive me, but y'all in fire. Y'all be having chaotic energy. Y'all can't ever just let my decks just smoothly shuffle. Ace of Pentacles, 8 of Cups, King of Wands, Ace of Swords, 4 of Wands. Give me a second to look at all of these cards y'all's energy threw out at me. I don't necessarily think this is the correct order. But I'm going to read them however Spirit says to read them. What's jumping out at me first is the 8 of Cups. Whatever situation you are in, especially if you are dealing with a fire sign, that is somebody who is Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, That has run its course. You got the Ace of Swords right after it, like literally. Maybe I did pull these in the correct order. Let me rewind. Ace of Pentacles, right? You may have started a new foundation with somebody, like you may have started a new relationship, or you had a very stable relationship, but I don't get that there was a lot of love there. I get that this was more so like for financial, which sounds, I know this sounds very crazy, but it sounds like it might have been for financial reasons. Whatever the case may be, whether it was for financial or not, it was stable at one point in time, but it looks like it has run its course. I will tell you one thing about the Eight of Cups card. When you continue to pour into whatever it is that you have, you know, grown out of alignment with, it starts to make things get rocky and shaky. I say, look at all these cups. They're in this deck, they're all put together, but the Eight of Cups card, for me, the analogy that I give to it is you have 8 cups and you've tasted everything in all of them cups. You want to see what else is out there, but you've decided, I want to keep all of these 8 cups and I'm going to trek across this mountain, right? With these 8 half full cups. Oh, I hit a rock. I just dropped my cups, but they're not all broken. Let me pick these back up. Now you got shattered glass rims on your cups, right? And you trying to drink what you already drank from, and now you done cut your lips and everything. Like, it's so pointless. Just leave the cups where they're at. Leave them where they're at. This has run its course. Like, maybe you got the money, maybe you got the stability, maybe you got everything, maybe you got the lessons, but let's move on from that. Especially if it's with the fire sign, it is time to cut that out. You have the Four of Wands wrapping it all up, which does tell me, hey, when you cut what is not needed out of your life, you come into a space in which you can celebrate, you know, why is the word freedom coming out? You come into a space in which you can celebrate your freedom, which is not what I was going to say, but apparently that is the message for you guys. So for some of you guys, especially if you, and that doesn't surprise me dealing with the fire sign, sometimes they have a little bit of control issues. It's run its course. It's time to cut it out. You're going to feel so much better and so much lighter when you get rid of that. That was very specific. But can I get some general information for people in relationships? I feel like that was a message for somebody who may need to book a reading with me. What's popping for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising partnered, coupled people in relationships? What's going on for April 2023? The Star. Ooh, the Ten of Swords and the Magician, which is a very interesting combination of cards, right? What I get is that the best way I can describe what I'm picking up from these cards is that Libra, you get this like newfound sense of hope. And I don't necessarily, like, it at the Ten of Swords doesn't necessarily come with your person, but you're in this space in which you're feeling like, I have the power to do whatever I want now. I've picked up all the things I need to pick up. I'm going to take this from that, that from that, that from that. I'm going to make it all work for me in a way that works for me. But I don't know if you fit in with that. But I also get that you might be feeling a little guilty about this. And also that people might be telling you, you need to make whatever this relationship is work. Now, I don't know why so many of y'all signs are getting that you need to snip, snip, let it go. But a lot of y'all are getting that for the springtime. So I'm just going to keep reading as it is. You're going to have external sources be telling you, oh no, you should make it work, or oh no, that's something that you should give a little bit more thought to before you make your move. But you need to give you the Star and the Magician, bruh. Like, for real, it's literally time for you to get it rocking, get it popping, get active, whatever it is that you got to do. But it's not time for you to dwell in something that is no longer serving you. You literally have breathe and treasure. You have breathe. You need to take a breather. You need some space, some air to get to what's good for you. And that's kind of what comes up here. You know, the Star, this is you and all of your potential. And then you got something holding you back, which could be this relationship. But once you get over that, you tap back into your potential and you get to start over with it. Okay. So that's my message to the people in the relationships. Like, if that was you, you might need to reconsider what you got going on. Maybe it's not something you need to have going on anymore. All right, let's get into the singles portion for Libra Sun, Moon, and Rising for 2023. And if you are just tuning in to the video and you missed Gemini, or you're a fire sign or earth sign or water sign, you can catch the video on YouTube tomorrow. SunshinehazeCo, all one word, it is linked in my profile. I appreciate all the gifts and all the waves and all the hellos and all the likes and all the things. I also appreciate the donations. I did see a few of y'all slide some love to my Cash App, so I do appreciate that. It does come up on my screen, but I'm not wearing my glasses, y'all. And it's kind of fast too. So, like, before I can start reading it and get my eyes to focus, it's out of there. But thank you. I do appreciate y'all. So what is poppin' for single Libras, Sun, Moon, and Rising, April 2023? Let's get some insight for y'all. I'm starting to get excited that I'm getting into the last step of washing my hair. Strength. Ooh, we got the Nine of Swords. We got the Ten of Cups. Okay. This is a very specific message too. Some of you Libras are going to be under the guise that feeling like you're lonely, that you can't do anything by yourself because of what people outside of you are saying to you, which is so wild. And I was literally just talking to somebody about this the other day. I was telling him like, hey, there was a time in my life where like I've been single for a long time. I was like, there was a time when my friends were like, aren't you lonely? You must be lonely, to the point to where I started thinking like, damn, I might be lonely. I just might be lonely. And, you know, that put me in a trick bag, because I almost ended up going out on a date with some, like, that was just going to be all bad for me. And I kind of get those vibes here with this card for you, single Libras. Like, people outside of you are going to be telling you what you should be doing with your heart. And that doesn't make sense, because they're not in your body feeling your feelings. So how are they going to tell you who to love, where to love, how to love, when to love? You need to, where's your card? You need to take a breather from that. Take some space. Let that brush off of you. Because honestly, when you cut out what everybody else says and thinks about what you have going on, you find yourself in a space in which you can actually start to tap into, well, not even start to, where you can actually tap into the potential of being happy. This is the Nine of Cups card. Like, this is the dreams, wishes come true. Like, you can come into the space in which you're figuring out what you want, what you need, and what you like in love, and what you want to put out in love as well. And you don't necessarily need other people's influence in order to tell you that. So you need to stick true to your reins. Especially for, I'm getting a message for some of you guys that have been single for a while. You're probably getting people around you that are giving you those same messages of, aren't you lonely? Don't you want to blah, blah, blah? Do not feed into that. For whatever reason, people in relationships be projecting loneliness when they partners ain't making them feel loved. And so maybe that's what's going on. But it's not something that you need to give any light to. Like, the Nine of Swords is, anytime I pull it and read it, I'm like, this card we need to do away with. And that's how I feel. We need to do away with it. You stay on your ball and stay on your game and stay down for what you got going on. And you will find yourself in this Nine of Cups energy. Okay. And that is all I got for Libra. Thank you to the Libras, for any Libras that were watching. Your views are appreciated. Let's get these cards back in here so that we can clear and pull for the last air sign, which will be Aquarius. Again, if you missed Libra or Gemini, you can catch that on YouTube tomorrow on my channel. I don't know what kind of sentence I was trying to form. It'll be on my YouTube channel. I'm having such a hard time putting these cards back. It'll be on my YouTube channel, SunshinehazeCo. It's linked on my profile. So if you can't remember that, you can just go to my page and click on the little YouTube button. Okay. Give me a second. Let's get into who's next. Aquarius. Aquarius. I need something to drink. Hold on, y'all. My throat is getting dry. I've been doing readings all day, but I am going to power through because it's just not going to make sense for me to leave one reading for the night. So I'm going to rinse my hair. And while it's drying, I will read the water signs. And then I will do everything. I'm going to not be getting into bed until like 2:30, but that's okay. It's all right. All right, let's get into April 2023 for the Aquarius. This is the Aquarians. Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Moon, and Aquarius Rising. April 2023. What is the overall energy or the general theme of the month for you guys? Not for you. Whatever you are doing right now is not for you, clearly. Clarification, new life. That points to literally like everything that you've got going on. You need to make some changes in your career, in your diet, in your health, in your relationship if you're in one, in the way that you communicate, all the things. Like it literally says it's time for you to figure out something different to do. Come to the edge, take a chance. Aquarius, why do I get the sense that you kind of like stuck in a loop or stuck in a position that you maybe didn't necessarily see yourself being in? And this is wild, but it's not for you. And maybe not every aspect of the situation, but a lot of aspects of whatever situation you're thinking of as I'm talking, you're just not in alignment with. And it is time for you to move out of that. And you can create the life that you need. You have this new life card. This girl's like stretching from like a fresh nap. Like she's ready to get it rocking. So you have the ability to do that too, but you do have come to the edge here, which does tell me you have to you have to convince yourself that you have the ability to do so. For whatever reason, Aquarius, you're kind of tapping out of your freedom, rebellious individual nature and kind of keeping yourself a little reserved. And I mean, if anything, that's really not for Aquarius people. So take some time during the month of April to look at how you're living your life and look at like before you started living your life this way, like if you had been asked before you got into this space, if that's something you would be doing, if you would have done it. And then think about like, okay, if it weren't for just the energies that have developed in the space that you're in, why are you in it? Like, can you justify still being in that space? Whether it's, again, a relationship, a career, a behavior, whatever the case may be, but can you still justify having that as a major part of your life? And I feel like you're going to come to the answer that is no. And that is all I have for the general portion. It's not for you. Well, that was for you, but whatever we were talking about is not for you. Okay, let's go. Let's get straight in. Let's just hop into it. Let's get into what's popping for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising as far as finances and career go for April 2023. What's the money looking like? Sun, Moon, and Rising, Aquarius, April 2023. A lot of people are getting temperance. Patience is, and it's so funny because it's spring season. Everybody's getting like, either pour into yourself more or be a little more patient. You got Temperance, King of Swords, and the Fool. This one is be a little more patient and pour into yourself more, okay? With this Temperance card, what this does tell me is you need to continue cultivating your skill set. You need to continue practicing. You need to continue putting yourself and your work out there. And also continue giving yourself encouragement and credit where it's due. I am an entrepreneur, you guys. I am a creative. And I do a lot of work, so much so that I often, like many other business owners, forget to like congratulate myself on all of the achievements that I've made, right? You need to do that for yourself this month. Yeah, you might not be all the way where you want to be, but you need to look back at what you've done so far and give yourself a pat on the back, round of applause for whatever you had going on, okay? But continue to work on it because it is going to prove to be completely fruitful for you. You've also got the King of Swords coming in after that. So it does tell me this: continue to put the effort into whatever it is that you're thinking of as I read this portion of the spread, but you need to think of a different way to approach it. Like the way you were doing it prior to this reading has not been working, or maybe it has been working, but there's potential for it to work a lot better than it is. You have the Fool card here with you need to take some time to think with the swords here and try something different. You also, with the Fool card, it says that you may need to take a chance. Like you may need to take a chance, have some faith, take a leap, and try something completely out of pocket, out of the box, as far as whatever this is that you're pouring into. And that out of the box idea is what is going to put you in those abundant spaces. Okay. All right. That's it for money for Aquarius, or career for Aquarius for April. Let's get into love, which I know is the portion that everybody be waiting for. Let's start with a general couple cards for overall love, and then we can get into a couple cards for people in relationships or partnered people, and then we'll pull a couple cards for singles. Excuse me. That was a very high-pitched yawn. I'm getting sleepy. Excuse me. No, I've been sleepy, but it's okay. It's all right. After I pull this, I just need a snack and some water and to walk around for a couple seconds, which will happen because I'm about to go rinse out my hair and I will be okay. All right. What's happening on the love front overall for all the Aquarius sun, moon, and risings, whether they're in relationships or not? What do you have for me? King of Cups. 3 of Pentacles. Ooh, Aquarius. Is there Okay, I'm going to put it to you like this. One of two ways. You might be in a relationship with a King of Cups. Your eye might linger. And this doesn't have to be a man or a woman. This is a non-binary deck. So this is just somebody who embodies that water sign energy, who maybe has a little bit more of a masculine touch on it. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You might be involved with one of these, but your eye might be wandering to not that. And you might find this happiness, fulfillment in not that. Remember that your card started with not for you, right? Now, what I get on the other side of this is, depending on who you are dealing with, they may not be tapped into their emotional side. And this could also be you. You're an air sign and you guys are known for being emotionally detached. You may need to tap more into your emotional side, tap into that heart space in order for you to build whatever it is you and your partner have manifested. And if you can do that, you do actually have the potential to bring in happiness, love, fulfillment, all those things that come along with the 10 of Cups, okay? I don't really have much else for that for the relationships for Aquarius. I do get that, like, yeah, I might be wandering though, Aquarius, if you're in a relationship. That is coming up. I'd be wandering, excuse me. Oh yeah, got the Knight of Cups there. This is so crazy. I've been shuffling all night and now all my cards are starting to, that's how they're supposed to come out, I guess. Yeah, this is the night, somebody coming in. There might be a water sign coming in for you, even if you are in a relationship. And if you're not in a relationship, if you're single, this definitely points to some sort of water sign individual coming in and bringing you some sort of happiness and love and peace and all the things that you're looking for. But I'm a little weary with that not for you card. Is this something that Aquarius needs to give a lot of thought to and energy to? No. Odd numbers are no for me. So just fun in the sun, okay? Let's pull some specific cards for Aquarius people in relationships. What's the love and relationship front looking like for April 2023? Aquarius sun, moon, and rising. And if you enjoy this video, please hit that little like button and follow me. It is greatly appreciated. Gratitude can be shown through gifts, like little diamonds or roses or whatever TikTok got there, or by way of that. Y'all know what that is. What's popping for Aquarius people in relationships? The Chariot. The Chariot is coming out strong for a lot of people in the love, specifically in the relationship portion of the cards. For a lot of the signs, what I get is if you're in a relationship, Aquarius, that you need to focus on yourself. Like, you got to focus on myself, hold it down, let me do my thing type of cards. And that's really just what I'm getting. The way that it's coming out so flat for me is very much so like you know this. You know, like, this is the best way I can put it, is like, I want to like really read into these cards, but you know this. What just fell out? You know this. It's time for you to focus on yourself. That's the Empress. Confirmation, straight like that. I'm not even gonna, there's no point. That's the message for you in relationships. Sorry to tell you that it might be time to wrap that up. Aquarius single people, sun, moon, and rising. What do you got going on in love for April 2023? Eight of Pentacles. The Two of Swords. Ooh, okay. And the Tower. Why? Ooh, okay. Aquarius, single person. You have options. I do get that you may be building upon options with each of these, like really building upon each of these options. Something may go down during this month that really shakes things up, but whatever way it rocks, it's going to put you in contact with or in a more stable position with whoever your soulmate is for this chapter of your life. I know that is very specific, but that is what I got from the cards. You got the Three of Cups that just flipped out too, which is, you know, a happy union, happy companionship. I also get with that Tower card, it's possible that some of you guys might go from being like a one person to like, let's try polyamory. I don't know why that's coming up so much in the readings tonight. Like, I do not say that word a lot in conversation. I've said it at least 4 times tonight. So I don't know, maybe all of the signs that I was reading for and said that word, and y'all about to get together and mix and mingle and do all the things. Maybe. Ooh, I should have left it there. Be mindful. Ooh, and that's the Three of Cups and then the Three of, okay, because I was talking about that. If that's not really what you want at the core of your soul, you need to be careful, because you could end up hurt, or somebody could end up hurt in that situation. Outside of polyamorous Aquarians, which polyamory is very much so an Aquarian thing, like, is very Aquarius. Anything outside of the polyamorous Aquarius is feeling a little trapped, or a little, I don't know. Some of you single Aquarians are feeling, you're not really feeling it. Feeling love or yourself. But with the Eight of Swords, this does tell me that you are creating those own obstacles. So, you know, try to pull yourself out of the funk. This is really kind of like a mental imposed funk card, and easier said than done. But I have this theory that I give to people, especially like my friends and my family and myself, when I'm in kind of those spaces where I feel like, oh, things are not going well, nothing's working for me, oh, I don't feel cute, oh, I'm not, blah, blah, blah. Every time you think of something negative, say something positive to combat it. It doesn't have to be relatable. You could literally be like, I feel like I didn't do enough today. And then your 2 positives could be, oh, I had a cheesecake. I had a slice of cheesecake. Like, that's fun. And I did 12 jumping jacks. Like, it doesn't really have much to do with what you said, but it combats that negative energy. So try to shift yourself into that type of space so that you can pull yourself out of this Eight of Swords, okay? is that you can start to open your heart up. Because when you're trapped in all your thoughts in your mental, it doesn't leave space for you to, you know, go out there and mix mingle with your heart. So, hey, Aquarius, your love life is chaotic in these cards. You need a reading, especially a love reading, you can book one with me. My personal readings and my tarot memberships will open up on April 2nd. You can find all those links in my, this is not Instagram, you can find all those links in my profile. If you enjoyed your reading, please do me a favor and like the video and follow me and show some love with some little roses or diamonds or whatever. I don't know. I really don't know the system for TikTok, but they say to tell people to send you diamonds. So send me some diamonds and some roses, please. And some money. No, thank you. No, for real though. But also thank you for get down, Citrus. It is not time for you to do wild shit. Please go somewhere and find some business to get into. Thank you for tuning in. She's done that in the past 2 videos. It's literally like, I'm about to show the people how you be snapping. But that's because she be doing wild, nonsensical things. Like, why would you hop up here like that? Thanks for tuning in, you guys. I'll catch y'all next time.